Guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here on the showroom floor at the Detroit Auto Show, and guess what? We have that large and in charge SUV that's getting some major changes for model year 2025. What is it? It's this vehicle right here. This is your 2025 Ford Expedition. But before we get into this three-row ultimate family hauler, let's talk about what's going on here. So SUVs, there's many to choose in today's auto industry, and Ford has really doubled down on what they're bringing from their smallest, which would be the Bronco Sport, to the Escape, and of course moving on up to the Explorer, and then finally the big dog, which is the Expedition. Now, what's interesting is that this segment has really ignited with major flames because of technology, because of versatility, and because of people's expectations rising and what they want to see in their vehicle. But what I want to find out is, did Ford make the right changes to this new Expedition to make it the go-to, especially for the price point? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, you have that sheer size, and there's no way to get around it. For a lot of people, yes, the Explorer would be plenty of room, but for those that have that large family or a bunch of stuff they have to haul around in, there's nothing like an Expedition. Now, at the front of the business, it's all about lighting and getting that signature lighting effect, and I really am digging what the designers have done. You have that LED daytime running lamp, and what's great is look at how it wraps and drops down into the lower portion. That's gonna be one of those things that when this thing is coming down the road, you're gonna know that it is the new Ford Expedition. Headlight housing. They actually made the headlight area a little bit smaller, and I think that was a smart move. You're still gonna have full LED lighting, but with the smaller headlight housing, it actually allows them to sort of add a little bit of embellishment. What does that mean? Look at the trim on the platinum level here. You'll notice that we have that aluminum style finish, ribbed for your pleasure, and then of course you have the daytime running lamp that runs all the way across the front. Now, before we focus on the center area, let's drop down and take a look at the corners. You're gonna have functional corner air curtains. I am gonna zonk this area a little bit. I would like to see LED fog lamps, but at least you do have that functionality. Loving this sky blue color. And then as we come back across to the blue oval, you're gonna have your forward-facing camera, gloss black on the grille with your active aero shutters behind it to let more or less air in. And then there is that nice aluminum trim I pointed out, the daytime running lamps. You're gonna have almost like a massive mail slot, separate opening in the center here. And they even have, of course, more airflow in the lower bumper area. And how smart to have flat black and this flat silver finish to take a better beating over time, but definitely a bold new appearance to the front of the new Expedition. Now, as we rise up, you have that Expedition name prominently across the front of the hood, a little bit of a valley in the center, but everything else, I mean, this is aircraft carrier size. You can launch your F-14 Tomcat off the hood of this thing. Massive, but it is gonna give you good visual reference points from when you're behind the wheel. Now, speaking of wheels, as we come around the bend, this is where things get pretty nutty. Not a 20-inch wheel, not a 21-inch wheel. This is a 24-inch wheel on this platinum trim. I love the machined aluminum, the dark titanium color accents. Really well done. Now, tires are 285 on the width, 40 series sidewall, and of course we're gonna have that Magna Ride suspension to give us the perfect tuning at all four corners to make sure that you and your family are comfortable, plus are having a pleasant experience going down the road. But let me know what you think about the wheel and tire combo on this Expedition Platinum trim. Now, as we rise up, I love the way there's no flat black, there's no cladding, it's all body color painted. And then as we continue down the side, Platinum trim is gonna get you these gloss black mirror caps with your LED turn signals. You're gonna have your 360-degree cameras. Of course, when you open up the door, you're gonna have those automatic dropping and raising running boards. Love the way they put the Platinum name. Nothing too gaudy, Nothing too high, it's exactly where it should be. And then from the side of the vehicle, you could see that this sits on the F-150 steel box frame. I think that's one of the biggest differences between the size compared to the Explorer. The Explorer is a crossover SUV. This is a body on frame SUV sitting on that F-150 chassis. Now, as we come down the side, up top, you have those polished raised roof rails. Get your crossbars. You could put a cargo basket up there. You could even put Aunt Edna up there, and she probably would be happy because she's riding on the new Expedition here. Even the way they work the trim, the bright shiny metalwork is only on the bottom, not around the top and bottom, and I love the size of this quarter glass. Really seamless into the rear corner. Look at that, just flows nicely. You're gonna have all new taillights, just like before with the headlights. They redesigned everything, nice illumination. And then from the tail end of the business, what I love about it is that you don't have an exposed wiper. They have the wiper tucked into that roof spoiler, gonna come down and swing down and clean it off. The one zonk I have at the back is the massive amount of gloss black. A little too much gloss black. But you do have the Expedition name in bright silver. On top of this being a platinum trim, it is a Max. So this is the extra long version. This would go up against the Chevy Suburban. That's how big this thing is. And then working our way down to ground level, we have our full tow capability, which with the trailering package, you now have more towing capability, 8,700 pounds. And when we talk about towing, of course, we got to talk about horsepower. Now, underneath that big aircraft carrier style hood is still a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, the EcoBoost V6, 440 horsepower that allow you to pull, like I said, well over 8,000 pounds, made it to the 10-speed automatic transmission. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside and see what big changes are in store for this big SUV. All right, guys, we are inside this supersize 2025 Ford Expedition Platinum Max. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I need a new SUV. I just found out that I have 3 extra kids and they each want their own dog. So I'm gonna need the room. How much is this? Well, first of all, let's talk about trims. They actually kind of chiseled everything down nicely into a clean setup of trims. You have your active trim, which is your entry, Tremor, which is gonna be for off-roading, Platinum, and then the top trim is gonna be the King Ranch. And of course, within each of those, you can get a Max version like the one that we're in, which is the extra long one. Starting price for a Platinum is gonna be right around $78,000 MSRP. Then you have to add on for a Max and everything else, but starting MSRP $78,000. Let's see how it stacks up to the competition. To the door panels, love the new style. All soft touch, real wood finish in the center there with that bright red ambient lighting. And then you'll notice the two-tone going on. It's not just all black, it's like a dark, dark, dark cherry red. Love the style. You can see where they moved the door handle to the center there to open up the door. We have our B&O sound system, and then a door pocket large enough for 4 Detroit pretzels with extra sauerkraut. That's what a Detroit pretzel is, extra sauerkraut and 2 bottles of root beer to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, that soft touch material. Look at the way they did the speaker system, the B&O speaker system, like a sound bar in your entertainment center at home. We have the redesigned AC vents with that nice aluminum style trim. Real open pore wood, so be careful when you're rubbing your wood, you don't get splinters. And you got more ambient lighting. That is really a classy touch. Now, as you slide in, there's actually 2 screens. You got an all-new 25-inch main digital gauge display. This is not a touch screen. What you're gonna touch is the main 13.1-inch screen. Now, what's cool is that to adjust anything on your main screen, you actually do it right here. So if you wanna do off-road status, I just changed it to off-road status. You want tire pressure? I have the tire pressure. I got auxiliary gauges. Whatever you want, you could bring it up here by accessing it on our 13.1-inch screen. Of course, you're gonna have your usual features and functions. You could get into your seat AC system, heated seats, ventilated seats, the whole shabam, heated steering wheel. The one zonk is everything is in the screen. So if you want to adjust your AC control, it's all within the screen. And then of course you got more apps than the Apple App Store. Really nice to have all that. You can even play video games in this freaking thing. This thing is a rolling entertainment center. Start stop button for that EcoBoost V6. This is going to control your 10-speed automatic transmission. We got quick easy access buttons. Watch this. I hit this, and then look, we're at the show. I actually paid these two guys to stand there to let you see how good the resolution is with the forward-facing camera, the 360. Look at that. That guy I have to pay him $10 now. He just got into my shot. But nice to show that quality. The Expedition name stamped in. And then I love the way they kept this so clean. You got a sliding little door here. That's going to be for your Pro Trailer backup assist, make you look like a champ when you're putting the boat in the water. Wireless charging, USB-A, USB-C. Close it up, 2 cup holders. We have the keys. There's your Ford key fob. You can do remote start. And then watch this magic trick. I love this. Power sliding center console. You slide it back. You have enough room here for a bag of apples, a sack of potatoes, or Lori's favorite, red onions. And then you could just munch on those at the show. Or you could put a bag of Funyuns. You could eat a red onion and have some Funyuns. That's a good time. The nice leather, the stitching, all the quality has been increased. Open this up. You could actually put that Super Bowl winning football. Supposedly, from what the people here at Detroit tell me, is that the Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. So you might want to place your bets now. That's where you could put that last winning touchdown football in there, signed by the whole Detroit Lions. And then when you're 98, you could sell it on eBay and give the money to your great-great-great-grandchildren. That's the plan. Seats, the leather, Expedition name, the two-tone. Love the way you got your full electric assist for the passenger side, full electric assist for the driver's side, and then we already have the ginormous panoramic sunroof showing. But why don't you get your butt over here? I want to show you behind the unique steering wheel in the new Expedition. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel of this Ford Expedition Platinum Max trim. Down below, you have a nice aluminum sill plate to welcome you. My only zonk is I would like that Platinum name to light up LED at night. I want it to sparkle like a piece of platinum. You do have your full electric assist, real nice and easy to use. And guess what? We have massage seats for the driver and passenger up front. Who would have knew? You have it in here in the Expedition. Now, steering wheel is very unique, very minimalistic, and I kind of like that. What I don't like that I have to zonk is why do we need gloss black here? No need for that, but you just have your 2 thumb drive controls here. It is a power tilting and telescoping wheel, and this does have the Ford Blue Cruise, and that's what that little panel is right here to measure your eye movement, and then the rest of that 25-inch screen over there extends nicely. I like the way it doesn't go all the way across. And then I'm gonna have Lori show for you. I'm gonna hit the button. There's our massage seats on our infotainment system there where you can make your adjustments for the driver and the passenger. I told Lori that there had to be massage seats in a Platinum trim. And then of course we have all the other information right up top there that you could go through and not have to touch that screen. So that's a really nice setup. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the mid-row and the third row of this Platinum Max. All right guys, mid-row time in this Expedition Platinum Max. This is where Ford gets it right day in and day out. The seats, all new, love the material, nice bolstering, softness of the leather, and then this is really my favorite part. When I talk about a captain's chair armrest, that is a captain's chair armrest. It reminds me of the scene from Crocodile Dundee when some guy that's gonna mug him pulls out this little tiny knife. It's like a little stick, and he's like, that's a knife, and then he pulls out a big, huge blade, a Bowie knife, basically, and scares the heck out of the guy that's trying to mug him. Same thing here. You pull up next to somebody in a Sequoia, and they're like, here's my little tiny armrest. And you say, that's not an armrest. That's a freaking armrest. This is what I talk about. Now, what's great about the Expedition is that there's not a bunch of screens back here. It's all BYOB. Or actually, it's BYOD. BYOB is something else. BYOD is bring your own device. So instead of having screens back here, they have it set up to where you could easily set up your own device because we have full charge ports in the back and you have double pockets. You know how your friend with their Bentley only has one pocket behind each seat? Guess what? You get to go up to them and be like, here's your Grey Poupon. I got double pockets. What do you got to say now? Another thing that's great is you have a command center here. You can get into the radio controls, your AC. Only heated seats, that's a zonk. I would like to see ventilated seats in the mid row, and you do have a home power source. The best news is that as the driver, if your passengers are like, I can't reach the controls because they don't want to bend forward, because God forbid if they bend forward, that's too much work. When you slide the center console for you, it actually slides the center console for them. So you could actually bring it back. So then they're like, oh, this is better. Back when I grew up, there weren't any controls in the back. You wanted more air from the air conditioning, you open up the window. That's about it. Sitting here though, feels great. You got your LED lighting, your AC vents, nice ambient trim. I love these freaking armrests. I'm gonna take one of these home with me and just keep it at my house. That's how good they are. Seats slide, and they also recline. Whoa, look at that. I almost went full horizontal. People might get a little curious what the heck I'm doing in this Expedition. And then watch this, we have power moving seats. And I'm gonna go ahead and get back here. And as you can see, even with the seat all the way back, I have this seat exactly where I was at. Even with it all the way back, I still have plenty of room. Plus, wow, I got a little bit of power recline. Head's not touching the headliner. The only thing I would like to see is I wish that this was softer material. So that's the only zonk. But you have your center headrest there. Nice. We got USB-Cs. All that good stuff back here. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the cargo area because there's something new I want to show you on this Expedition. All right, guys, tail end of the business, obviously one of the most important pieces of any SUV. And what's nice is there's something new for 2025. You have the split gate. So the top portion rises up, and then you'll notice that we have this second half. What's great about this is that you could keep this half up when you're putting the groceries in the back, and you got your cantaloupes and your big melons, your cassava melons and everything. It's not gonna roll out the back. Now, to put the actual little split gate down, watch this. Nice electric. Gives you a loading dock with the Expedition name. And then we have a cornucopia of stuff going on back here. You do have your 12 volt, 2 USB-Cs, another home power source. And then on this side, of course, we have our full switch gear to put our seats down. You got rear lighting, which is awesome for the exterior, and you got a place for a box of Twinkies. Of course, the seats fold down 60-40 split. They want this to be a tailgate center. They want you to be the king of the tailgating at your football game. There's even remnants of popcorn. Not included, but there is a remnant of some popcorn here from somebody tailgating. But these are the things that we like to bring to you. Nice electric assist. Bring that down. These are the things that we like to bring to you when we're at these auto shows, especially when it's something new like this Expedition. Now, we're going to be doing the first drive coming up in the next couple months, so stay tuned for that. But let me know in the comment section what you think of pricing, what you think of what they brought technology-wise for this new Expedition. But of course, we need to wrap it up. So if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rights family. Got to get it up to Lori Raiti. She really had to work extra hard because of the extra size of this beast. There's a lot to capture, and she got it all perfect for you. So thank you, Lori, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.